Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. Today we are going to paint Lionel Johnson, Primarch of the Dark Angels. And to make things much easier, I didn't glue him to the base, so first we are going to paint the base and after that we can focus on the lion. The base by itself, it's awesome. There's like a lot of things going on here, it looks like a small diorama and there's almost no empty space. But still we have some empty space and I would like to try to cover it. For that I'm going to cut a little bit of the frames and I would like to continue those ruins to the sides. And like that I think that it's going to look even a little bit more interesting. Nothing crazy because as I mentioned, their base by itself it's awesome. I just try to expand the ruins a little bit more because I think that like that it's going to look a little bit more natural. And now I'm going to prime the base and for that I'm going to use Chaos Black from Citadel. Base primed and now I'm going to apply Starland Matte. The main goal here was to blend everything together, that's why I applied the technical paint on the surroundings, but I also use it to paint the base of the lion, because I think that like that it looks more natural. Okay, so now let's speed up things a little bit, because I don't want to spend too much time on the base, I prefer to focus on the lion of course. So, the first color that I'm going to use is Abaddon Black. I will use this color to paint both Watchers. Then I'm going to use Ashen Grey to paint all the ruins that we have on the base. And after that I will apply the first highlight to those ruins, it's going to be Dawnstone, and I will apply this color too to everything that later is going to be white. I would like for these letters to be gold, so that's why the first color that I'm going to use for the scabbard is Retributor Armor. I will use it to paint those letters, and then I'm going to continue with Morphan Brown. I will use this one also for the straps, and I will dry brush it a little bit on the base, so like that the brown is going to look a little bit more interesting. And then I'm going to use Corn Red to paint all the Purity Seals. For the highlights of the Watchers, first I'm going to use Ashen Grey and after that I will apply a second highlight with the Dawnstone. Now I would like to use Caliban Green to paint this stick, the ropes on the Watchers, and also I would like to cover a little bit that brown color. It is time to start with the metallic elements, so now I would like to use a lead velcher to paint the feathers around the statue, and also I would like to use a rune lore brush to paint some bullets that are around the base. Not many, but I would like to have them in this specific color. And basically then I'm going to use Balthasar Gold to paint the remaining elements. The head of the stick, the details around the wings and the sword that we have here, the details of the scabbard, and also the necklace that we have on both watchers. It is time to paint all the paper from the purity seals, and for that I would like to use Wraithbone. Aside from that, I would also like to use this color to apply a final highlight to the ruins in the base. Now that we applied all the base colors and even some highlights, it is the time to start with the shades. I'm going to use two of them. First, I would like to use Null Oil, and I will apply this shade to all the areas that I applied Lead Velcher to. And after that, I'm going to use Agrax Earth Shade. I will apply this one to the gold color, all the paper from the purity seals, and also the bullets that I painted previously. After applying the shades, now we can highlight those metallic colors. So I would like to use Stormhost Silver to highlight the silver color, of course, and then I would like to use Retributor Armor to highlight the gold color. To finish with the highlights, now we are going to use Crack Brown to highlight the brown color, of course, obviously. And then I would like to use Smooth Green to highlight the Caliban Green. And also I would like to dry brush a little bit of this color on the base as well. Okay, we're almost finished with the base. Now I would like to highlight the purity seals, and for that I would like to use Evil Sun Scarlet, and then I would like to use this same color plus Abaddon Black to decorate the paper of all the purity seals. And then to finish with the base, I would like to glue some grass. And with this, I consider the base of the lion to be finished, and I would like to mention a few quick things. In the end, I decided not to go for the gold letters here because it looked a little bit messy in my opinion, and like this it looks more natural, so I like it like this now. I'm happy with the result, and there's already like so many things going on around, and there's a lot of gold elements, so yes, maybe that it will have been too much, so I'm okay with this right now. I think it looks nicer. And I took my time with the base because, of course, this is the base of a Primarch, so we need to do our best because this is going to be like a centerpiece for our army. So, of course, it's good if we take our time doing the base of such an important character. After I finish the lion and I put the whole miniature together, I will talk a little bit more about the color choices. And now, finally, it is time for us to start painting this awesome looking Primarch. And we're going to start by priming the miniature, and for that we're going to use Chaos Black from Citadel. Miniature primed, and the first color that I would like to use is Abaddon Black. I'm going to use this color to paint the outside robe that we have here and also the outside of the cape, and then I'm going to use Dawnstone to paint everything that I want to be white, like for example the inside robe, this one specifically, all the purity seals, the inside of the cape, and also the wings on the helmet. And now I'm going to cover that grey color with the Wraithbone. Okay, let's continue painting that power armor and the Emperor's shield. For the shield, I would like to use Corn Red, and I'm going to use this color as well to paint all the purity seals and also the eyes of the lion. And then for the power armor, I'm going to use Incubi Darkness. Now we are going to paint all the golden elements in the power armor, the shield, and also the handle of the sword, and for that I would like to use Balthasar Gold. And now to finish with the base colors, I would like to use Morphan Brown to paint the belt and also the holster of the pistol, and then I would like to use Lead Belcher to paint the sword, the pistol and the snake on the shield. And now that we finish with the base colors, I would like to start with the shades. I'm going to use two of them. First, I would like to use Null Oil, and I will apply this shade to the silver color and also to the power armor because I would like to get a darker vibe. And after that, I will use Agrax Earth shade to the gold color, the brown color, and I'm also going to use this specific shade for the paper of the purity seals. After applying the shades, this miniature looks much more interesting, and now we can start with the highlights, and I would like to start with the black robes and also with the cape. For that we're going to do exactly the same that we did with the Watchers. So first I would like to apply Ashen Grey, and after that I would like to apply Dawnstone in the areas that will be the most exposed. Now we are going to highlight the power armor, and for that I'm going to use two different colors. First, I'm going to use Cavalite Green in every single edge of the power armor, and after that I'm going to use Savarite Green in the areas that are going to be the most exposed. And now to highlight the red color, first we're going to use Evil Sun Scarlet, and after that we are going to add an extra highlight of Wild Rider Red. Let's now highlight those metallic colors. We are going to use Retributor Armor to highlight the gold color, and then we are going to use Stormhost Silver to highlight, of course, the silver color. And to finish with the highlights, now I would like to use Crack Brown to highlight the brown color, and then we're going to give the white a final touch of Corax White. We have some nice purity seals to decorate, so let's do it with Abaddon Black and a little touch of Evil Sun Scarlet. And then I would like to use Temple Guard Blue to add a little bit of blue to the Power Sword. It is finally the moment. Now let's glue the lion to the base, and after that I will just polish the miniature a little bit more and try to look for small mistakes, but after that we should be ready. And this is it, this is the final result. This is how I painted Lionel Johnson, Primarch of the Dark Angels. I have to admit that I'm extremely happy right now because almost for sure this is the best Space Marine that I have ever painted. I'm very happy about the final result, and I'm very happy because not a long time ago I wouldn't be able to paint a miniature like this, so yes, I'm very happy about the progress. And of course, as always, I invite you to let me know in the comments what you think about how I painted Lionel Johnson, because as always I care a lot about your comments. And at this point I would like to remind you that if you like what I do and you would like to support my work, please consider checking the link to my Patreon in the description. The kit by itself, it's awesome. It was really fun to assemble, it was really fun to paint, there's a lot of detail, and that's great because this is a Primarch. I'm happy that such an important character has a lot of detail and things going on. That's something that I really appreciate, and I like a lot the miniature by itself. And now I would like to talk a little bit more about how I painted this miniature and the choices that I made in the color scheme, because of course, as always, I try to stick as much as possible to the lore, because this is not just a generic Space Marine, this is not a random captain, this is a proper Primarch, this is Lionel Johnson, Primarch of the Dark Angels. So yes, I was a little bit inspired by the box art, I try to stick to the lore as much as possible, but of course I always try to give them my own personal touch, because like that, this is not just another Lionel Johnson. Johnson, but this is the Lionel Johnson that I painted. Okay, so let's start talking about the base, and from that we can go up. I wanted to have a forest base, is the one that I'm trying to have for my Dark Angels, because I like this kind of armor a lot, this dark green, and I wanted to have like this green vibe, so I decided to give the base like also like a forest, so it's like green with green, but I have some contrast between the light shiny green of the base with the dark green of the power armor of my miniatures. I like that a lot. And with the Watchers, I decided to give them black robes because I like that more. I like it like this. They remind me a little bit to the Nazguls from the Lord of the Rings. And I don't know, I like this dark vibe. And of course, when I was like thinking about how to paint him, I wanted the green power armor plus gold, white, and then the black color. So I think that like that they suit him much more and they feel a little bit more integrated to me, to the color scheme. And as well, they are not super noticeable there, so I'm happy about that and I'm happy about how they look. Since the very beginning, I knew what I wanted to do with the power armor because this is not the first Dark Angel that I paint, and I did the exact same color scheme for the power armor for the other ones. I knew that I wanted like this very dark green vibe because I think that it looks really interesting. I like that a lot, and I knew that I wanted to combine that dark green with gold and white because like that, I don't know, it feels very majestic, royal, or I don't know, very elegant as well. I like it a lot. He's supposed to be a knight and I wanted him to be a very fancy knight. I mean, of course, this is a Primarch, this is the centerpiece of a Dark Angels army, and of course I wanted him to be very, very noticeable and eye-catching. For the power armor, as I mentioned, I decided to have the gold and white because I like that combination of colors, and that's why I have white here on the feathers and also on the feathers here. I like this combination. And also about the capes, I wanted to have like black robes like with the Watchers, but he has two that was perfect for me because the inside one is white and the inside of the cape is white as well. I like that. I like when the power armor has a dark color and the inside of the cape has like a lighter color, and like that the power armor pops out a little bit more. I like that a lot. Now I'm going to show the back of the miniature properly, and as you can see, I decided to give a black cape. I decided not to go for this light green that he has in the official art because I wanted the cape to match the Watchers. I wanted them to have like the exact same tone, and the lion is a white lion that he has there. There's white lion, so it's okay. And with this the back, I decided to give the exact same color scheme as the helmet, so like that it looks very consistent. As I mentioned, I wanted this combination of a dark green with gold, white and black. And I like a lot how it looks because, I don't know, I'm very in love with this miniature. With the shield that right now it's a little bit covered by the Watcher, I really wanted to use different colors. That's why the gold is more yellow and there's red in the shield. I didn't want to use red in any other part of the miniature. And also I used some silver colors. There's almost no silver in the miniature as well, like on the power armor. I wanted the shield to not feel part of the armor. I wanted the shield to feel different, like it's not his shield, of course, because this is the Emperor's shield. So it had to feel different to me, like this is not part of his proper, let's say, equipment. And I like the combination. I like that it feels like a little bit out of place. Maybe for me the weakest part about this miniature is the sword. It's not bad, it's okay. Maybe I will consider it good enough, but of course at this point I should be able to paint really, really good swords. And this one looks very simple. It should be majestic as him. But anyway, I'm not that annoyed by that because, as I said, it's simple, good enough, and like that we are kind of forced into check this main area of the lion. It's more eye-catching, so I'm happy with the overall result. And what else can I say about Lionel Johnson? This is a magnificent centerpiece for any army. It was really, really fun to assemble. It was super fun to paint. I enjoyed that a lot, so I'm super, super happy that I was able to share this experience with all of you. And with all of that being said, this is the end of the video. This is how I painted Lionel Johnson. It was like a really, really good experience. It was great. I'm very happy about the final result. As I said, this is probably the best Space Marine that I have ever painted. Well, probably not, like almost for sure this is the best one that I have painted. I really tried my best. I spent a lot of time with him, so I hope that you enjoyed the experience and you liked how this miniature looks. And as always, if you're still here, please consider giving me a like and subscribing. Thank you very much for watching and see you next time.